Welcome students. We are studying Geography Chapter 1 from 10th CBSE NCERT textbook, Soil Resources. 4 videos or 4 classes have been completed. You can access those 4 videos by clicking on the top right I button which is given on your screen. The previous video we saw about some basics about soil and the alluvial soil. Remaining soils we will be studying in this video. The soil that we are covering in this video are black soil, as alluvial is already being explained in the previous one, red and yellow soil, laterite soil, arid soil and forest soil. And when we will study about this soil, our focus will be on their features, compositions and occurrences. Let's move to the next slide. So let us start with the black soil first. Let us see first where does the black soil is available, or generally the area where the black soil available is known as the Deccan. This area, broadly this area, there are some other small patches also that you can see, other small patches. So I'll erase this so that we can see better. So especially northwestern Deccan Plateau, the northwestern Deccan Plateau, this entire area, as you can see here, this entire area is known as northwestern Deccan Plateau, and it is where this black soil is found, especially the plateaus of Maharashtra, which is somewhere here, then the plateau of Saurashtra, which is somewhere here, and the Malwa plateau somewhere here. This is where it is found. It's also found in the states of Madhya Pradesh, some parts of the states of Madhya Pradesh, and some parts of states of Chhattisgarh. At the same time, the two river valleys, it means along the banks of these two rivers, which two rivers? Godavari and the Krishna river, also this soil is found. Again, the entire region, this entire area is known as northwestern Deccan Plateau. It is also known as the Deccan Trap, or the basalt region, northwest Deccan Plateau, or the Deccan Trap, or the basalt region. And the major parts in this area are the plateau of Maharashtra, plateau of Saurashtra and the plateau of Malwa, and some regions of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, and along with the banks of the river Godavari and Krishna. Okay, this is about the occurrence of the black soil. मतलब यहाँ पे black soil मिलती है. Let us see some features of the black soil and some names. This black soil, locally, especially in Maharashtra, it is known as Regur soil. Maybe some other places too, but basically Maharashtrians refer it Regur soil. It's a localized name of this soil, black soil in Maharashtra. It is the best. Of course, several types of crops can be grown on this black soil, but it is best for the cultivation of cotton. कपास उगाने के लिए बेस्ट है. So it is also known as black cotton soil. It does not mean that it is suitable only for cotton. Multiple types of crops can be grown here, but the best for the cultivation of cotton. Now, how this soil is formed? Long ago, maybe the millions of years ago, the region that we have seen in the previous slide, that is basalt region, or the Deccan Trap, or the northwestern part of the peninsula plateau, Deccan Plateau. This part, there was volcanic eruption. Millions of years ago, एक lava erupt हुआ था. Lava came on the surface, and over the period of time, lava cooled down. When the lava cools down, it becomes rock. This image will help you to understand that. If once it will completely cool down, it will come to the room temperature, it will be like a hard surface, and this hard rock, throughout again the few next millions of years, this rock had to face variation in temperature and variation in season. Sometime there may be winter, rainy season, rain, all the summer, winter, rainy season, all the season will come. Sometime long winter, small summer, or prolonged summer, small winter, or throughout the year rainy season, or a sudden. So all this, there is a lots of possibilities available. If I give you 3 digits and may ask you to make a number, you can make, how many numbers you can make now, almost a bit less than 1,000 series you can give me, say. So various these factors, if they combine together, lots of possibilities are there. But over the period of time, this rock broken into small pieces, again small pieces collided with each other, again they broke into small, and finally they kept on becoming a small fine clay. पत्थर थे, पत्थर टूट के छोटे पत्थर बने, छोटे पत्थर आपस में टकरा के और छोटे बने, वो आपस में टकरा के और छोटे बनते चले गए, और ये जो नेचर ने अपना काम किया, विदरिंग इरोजन, एंड फाइनली दिस upper part of this rock converted into soil, smooth fine soil, and this has become black soil. So black soil is a major term. Further, the black soil is categorized into several types of subtypes of black soil, और ये डिपेंड करता है पेरेंट रॉक एंड द क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस. मतलब वो जो ब्लैक सॉइल बनी एग्जैक्टली किस लावा से बनी, लावा में कौन कौन से कंपोनेंट्स मिनरल्स ज्यादा थे, दैट डिसाइड्स how will be the what will be the parent rock. And then climatic conditions. What climatic conditions? I just gave you the example, either prolonged summer and small winter, small rainy, or maybe any summer, winter, rainy season. These conditions can stretch or reduce, shrink in different proportion. All these have its impact on the formation of black soil. So you may have different types of black soil. Now we'll see features or the characteristics of the black soil. Now black soil is extremely clay soil. It is made up of extremely clay material. Clay मतलब चिकनी मिट्टी हम जिसको बोलते हैं common language में. What is clay? Clay is also kind of soil when salt, sand, silt, clay, ये तीनों soil के कुछ अलग अलग ग्रुप होते हैं, and this is a very clayey soil. As a result of this, this has high capacity to retain water. This soil can hold water, lots of water, and for long period of time. If it is a winter season, it is difficult to walk in this soil. Some of you might have experienced if you're wearing sleeper, a normal chappal, Hawaii chappal, and walking in this, so belt of your chappal might have broken. Or if you're wearing a normal shoes without lace, you may step into this soil and your shoes is somewhere hidden and your leg will come up without shoes. All this is possible in this soil because it has high capacity to retain water. It's good for cultivation, by the way. But we'll see other points too. What are the things, chemical components or compositions this soil is rich in? The soil is rich in calcium carbonate, magnesium, potassium, and lime. But this lacks in another important chemical which is available in abundance in alluvial soil, that is phosphoric content, that is lacked in this soil. So what this soil is good at calcium carbonate, magnesium, potash, and lime. And what is less here? Phosphoric content, that is phosphorus. During the dry season, this picture tells you about rainy season, but when the summer comes, when all this water evaporates, the soil becomes cracky. The cracks develop in this soil. So already there is enough moisture, then cracks develop, good aeration takes place, air goes till the to the depth of this soil, and this soil so becomes best fertile soil. It means black soil is next to alluvial soil in terms of cultivation. पूरे भारत में बेस्ट सॉइल अगर एग्रीकल्चर के लिए है, दैट इज एलुवियल सॉइल, एंड आफ्टर एलुवियल द बेस्ट सॉइल फॉर कल्टीवेशन इज black soil. But one precaution farmers must take while cultivation this soil. Farmers have to do several kind of activities. They have to plow, they have to sow the seeds. All this works, plowing and sowing, must be done before the rainfall, because once it rains, the soil becomes sticky and muddy. Then it is difficult even to walk. Forget about plowing and sowing the seeds. All this works has to be done before the rain comes. Okay, this precaution has to be taken care of. Now let us come to red and yellow soil, another soil of this day. So what we'll know about this soil, red and yellow soil. The name is interesting, but we'll see by the end of this slide why this soil is known as red and yellow soil. Where it is red and yellow soil, this areas are red and yellow soil. So first of all, this soil develops over the crystalline igneous rocks. We have studied in the previous slide while studying about black soil. Soil is made up of rock. Okay, and how the rocks are made? 7th standard you studied about 3 types of rock: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. So what is igneous rock? Igneous rocks is a straight rocks which was made from the solidification of lava. मतलब जब जमीन के अंदर से लावा बाहर निकलता है और जब वो लावा सूख जाता है, that rock and that lava सूखने के बाद वो लावा रॉक बन जाता है, and this rock is the igneous rock. And what is crystalline? Crystalline, I think it is better to study this word in science, otherwise even I won't be uh, explain it in proper way. But here geographical point of view, I'll simply tell you a chamakdar, a rock that shines. So such igneous rock that shines here. So this rock gives red and yellow soil. It is mostly found at the foothills of the Western Ghat. What is the foothill? Piedmont zone. Piedmont zone means foothill. It means this is the Western Ghat. This is the original image of the Western Ghat. This is the top. Now you'll climb down, and whenever you'll climb down, you'll come on the bottom. You'll come off the mountain, and that area at the bottom of the mountain is known as the Piedmont zone. And the eastern side of the Western Ghat, that is this eastern side of the Western Ghat, you will find the red and yellow soil. Other areas, some parts of Orissa, some parts of Chhattisgarh, and some parts of the Ganga plain, where you will find red and yellow soil. Now, why this soil is called red and yellow? Red and yellow soil is called red because of iron content in it. Red soil is known red because of the high content of iron. Then why is it called yellow? It is called yellow when it is wet. It means red and yellow soil is called yellow because it appears yellow in hydrated forms. मतलब जब ये soil गीली हो जाती है तब yellow दिखाई देती है, और जब ये गीली नहीं normally रहती है, सूखी रहती है, then it appears red. Why it appears red? Because of the iron content. And when it is wet, appears yellow. Wet yellow. Okay, remember this. So this is only about this soil. All these points will help you to write your 3 marks question. Let's move on to our next soil, that is laterite soil. This laterite soil, first see on the map, this is the laterite soil. So you can find this laterite soil here. This one part, some part is here, then some part is here. This is where you can find the laterite soil. So what's special about these areas? So laterite soil is found in the areas of high temperature and heavy rainfall. See both the conditions, high temperature and heavy rainfall. So what do you think? The areas with high temperature and heavy rainfall will give you the soil which is good for cultivation? If you say no, then you are right. It is formed of intensive leaching. What is leaching? Leaching means एक ऐसी process होती है, for example आपने एक बकेट ले लिए, बकेट में बॉटम में होल कर दी और वहां पे आपने कुछ कोल के पीसेस डाल दिए, बड़े बड़े पीसेस डाल दिए और कुछ सैंड डाल दी। अब उस पर से आप पानी डाल रहे हो तो पानी नीचे जो होल है उसमें से निकल जाएगा, और साथ ही साथ जो बारीक सैंड है, पानी सैंड को भी लेके निकल जाएगा। एट द एंड क्या बच जाएगा? कोल के बड़े बड़े पीसेस बच जाएंगे, पानी निकल जाएगा और सैंड निकल जाएगी। तो सैंड हैज बीन लीच्ड बाय वाटर। मतलब किसी मिट्टी में, यहाँ पे हम विल ओनली डिस्कस अबाउट द सॉइल। सॉइल हैज सेवरल मिनरल्स एंड सेवरल गुड थिंग्स दैट इज गुड फॉर कल्टीवेशन, बट ड्यू टू हेवी रेनफॉल दोज गुड मिनरल्स which are good for soil to make it fertile, those good minerals are washed away by soil. This process is known as leaching. You can pause the video and read this dictionary content meaning of this word leaching. Even due to heavy rainfall, the leaching takes place, and due to high temperature, microorganisms cannot survive here. If there is a no microorganism, means no humus or low humus. So both these things, minerals are being washed away due to heavy rainfall, and no microorganisms to create humus. So this soil is not good for cultivation. But if you want to use this soil for cultivation, you have to use proper irrigation with proper manure, khad, and artificial fertilizers. This soil is mostly found, I told you just now, states of Karnataka, some parts of Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and some hilly areas of Orissa and Assam. This is where this is found. But at the same time, as discussed, this soil can be made fertile and cultivable with the help of proper irrigation, manure, and fertilizers. So mostly this is used for beverage crops like tea, coffee, and cashew nuts. This is mostly grown crops on this soil. So here we are done with the laterite soil 2. Again, 3 to 5 marks answer you can prepare with this slide. Our next slide is arid soil or dry soil. This soil, that is arid soil, vary in color from red to brown. color can be red to brown or any shade in between them. Generally, this soil is sandy in texture and saline in nature. Sandy means you can see this desert soil, that is sandy, and saline means having high salt content. This is salt content. Even this soil, this is in Rann of Kutch in Gujarat. This is so saline that the salt is obtained from this soil, and due to high temperature, there is a lack of humus and moisture. Of course, this soil is mostly found in the Rajasthan area, the Thar desert. And Kankar, again the same part, this small Kankar is a common phenomena of it. These Kankars are also found here. If you want to use this land for agriculture, then you have to put a lot of efforts. Especially, you need to irrigate this land to a lot extent. Then other things are also required, and mostly it is found in Western Rajasthan. That's it. Even this 3, 4, 5, 6 points can give you 3 to 5 marks answer if you explain them or elucidate them. So here we are done with this soil. Our next soil is forest soil. This is the last soil of today. This soil is found on hilly and mountainous regions. See, you can hear hilly and mountainous regions. This soil vary greatly in the texture. It means it depends on whether it is at the top of the mountain or slightly below the top or middle or just below the surface or at the surface or slightly away from the bottom or near the bottom. So based on the location of the soil and the conditions and the atmosphere of the mountain soil area, the soil varies. It means forest soil has several subtypes. It can be loamy, silty or clay, but mostly it is hilly areas, valley sides, down the top. Below the top, it can be silty to loamy. But if you go at the top of the mountain, above the mountain, mostly you will find a rough soil, more grain particle or patthar ke tukde jisko hum bolenge, that can be found at the topper level. And even the Ladakh desert, as we saw arid soil in Thar desert, in Ladakh desert, this soil is acidic with low humus. Ladakh has this type of soil, but this soil is good for cultivation also and bad for cultivation also. So soil which is at the foothill of the mountains is good for cultivation. The soil which is at the middle or at the top of the mountain is not good for cultivation. As already been discussed here, forest soil has several subtypes based on at which altitude, at which height this soil is, and the other components obviously play their role. This is where we have end to this soil 2. So in this video we have seen how black soil is the most important soil in terms of agriculture after alluvial soil. It is also known as regur or the black cotton soil. It is rich in calcium carbonate, magnesium, potash and lime and lacks in the phosphoric content. Then red and yellow soil is made up of crystalline igneous rock. It has high iron content, so it is known as red, but when it is wet in a hydrated form it is yellow. Even with a proper irrigation, fertilizers and manure, it can be made suitable for agriculture, and the crops grow near a cashew nut, tea, coffee, etc. Then arid soil is mostly found in Rajasthan, but even the Rann of Kutch is an area is also arid soil, and Rann of Kutch has such a vast what is salt content, that salt is obtained from there. Then forest soil is mostly found in Himalayan regions. It has several subtypes that based on mountain environment and what height it is, how much water is available. Based on that, it's of several types. The best mountain soil for cultivation, which is at the foothill or the valley sides. As you go at the higher altitude, that soil won't be good for cultivation. So this is what we have learned in this video. So the next video will study about, find that will be the last video of this chapter, that is soil erosion and soil conservation. I hope you have understood. Any doubt is there, ask in the comment. I'll definitely answer you. Till then, keep learning. Take care. Goodbye.